Okay, good day, guys. Good day to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. And a gentle reminder, as always, to please like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it is a free way to support the channel. So, guys, a bit of breaking news here. Finally, we have gotten a real answer as to what is going on or what has gone on with Tyreek Magee. Right, a lot of people were asking questions, a lot of people were speculating. Right, you heard some stuff being said. Right, it's almost as if no one really wanted to really. They were talking out of this. Well, we weren't getting a straightforward answer, right? We weren't getting a straightforward answer as to what took place with Tyreek Magee. And as many of you know by now, that Tyreek Magee is not in Japan, right? And it doesn't look like he will be in Japan, right? He apparently he came back home to Jamaica, right? And now we have a straightforward answer as to what took place. So a headline in the Jamaica Observer, right? The Jamaica Observer has broken the story, right? And the headline reads, I did it, right? I did it. I advise Magee not to board flight from Amsterdam to Japan, says JFF agent, right? So let me get into it right now. So the story reads, Winston Clark, the agent for the Jamaica Football Federation, the JFF, said he advised Tyreek Magee not to board his connection in Amsterdam en route to Japan, a decision he claimed was relevant at the time. So the agent, a Reggae Boys agent, Winston Clark, a name that I have heard before, right, is saying that he was the one that was responsible for, Tyreek Magee not boarding his flight in Amsterdam, right? The Englishman continued. The Englishman said he did so in the context of protecting the player. Plus, he thought there was the possibility that the group, including himself and 9 England-based players, would have been able to get on a later flight to East Asia. I did say to him to stay with the group, and you have to look at the context of what was going on. The entire group got to the gate and we were refused to get on the flight. We weren't sure why, and then we were told that our PCR, polymerase rather, chain reaction tests are incorrect, and we believe them to be correct. So there was some confusion, Clark told the Jamaica Observer. Sending a 21-year-old on his own to a country he has never been to or don't know anyone would not be wise. We thought that the best thing to do, rather than send him. We thought that We thought that was the best thing to do rather than send him. Okay. There was also the possibility that we could all go at a later time, either later that day or another day. There was no one else here in Japan at the time. So the agent is saying that there was no one in Japan at the time, and that's why he didn't want to send the 21-year-old Tyreek Magee to Japan on his own. So who was he going to be with, and who would be looking after him? So I thought that under the circumstances and under the context of the situation, that was the best thing to do, Clark explained. To enter Japan, the approved method of testing for COVID-19 is either by nasal or saliva swab, but not both. Which, I don't know. If you do both, it's not like you do one or the other, you do both. Anyways, they are the technocrats rather. They know better, but that doesn't make sense to me as the layman. But hey, I can't wrap my mind around that. But so yeah, The English group was said to have presented certificates of both nasal and saliva swabs, hence the denial. So the observer understands that in addition to Magee, newcomer Blair Turgott also had the correct result certificate, but he too stayed behind. The article continues. After many hours inside the Schiphol International Airport in Amsterdam, forgive me if I've gotten that one wrong, the English players decided to return to their country to be retested. Magee, who plays football in Belgium, was said to have been left behind and alone, with the options of getting onto a later flight to Japan, which proved difficult, to fly back to Belgium or return to Jamaica. It is said that he was not in possession of a British visa in order to go to England with his teammates. Okay. So a source disclosed that Magee opted not to go to Belgium as he would have to undergo 2 weeks quarantine, time which he could not afford. So Magee actually made the right decision by not going back to Belgium, or made the smart decision, right, in terms of what was in his best interest in terms of being able to represent the country in Japan. As he waited for new travel plans, he ended up spending 2 grueling days sleeping in the airport. Merciful Father. Whoa. Okay, whoa. As he let me read over that part again. As he waited for new travel plans, he ended up spending 2 grueling days sleeping in the airport before he was eventually flown back to Jamaica, where he remains and is said to be frustrated and disappointed at the lost opportunity to represent his country on the 2-match tour of Japan. Magee, the observer has learned, flew out of Jamaica on Saturday morning via New York to Amsterdam. He was routed that way, it is said, because he had a previous reservation to fly out of Amsterdam under the assumption that his travel plans would originate in Belgium, but the UPenn player was in Jamaica. The former Harborview man was not available to speak on the matter. Okay, guys, so there you have it. Tyreek Magee had to sleep 2 days, had to stay 2 days in an airport, right? He had to stay 2 days in the airport. That is sad, man. That is sad. Right? 2 grueling days sleeping in the airport. So my understanding of reading this is that apparently, because from day one we had heard that there was nothing wrong with Magee's test, right? So apparently everybody else, there was issues with their tests, and they didn't want to send Magee to Japan alone, right? Which is a bit strange for me. You're telling me a 21-year-old who more than likely, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess to be fair, he would know people in UPenn. He would know people at the club, so hence he wouldn't be alone. But I don't know. I think a 21-year-old is old enough to manage himself, even in a country that he doesn't know anybody, or doesn't have anybody around for a limited amount of time. I think he could have managed himself. But, the agent is saying that he advised Tyreek to go back to Jamaica. And to be fair, Tyreek did make the smart decision not to go back to Belgium, because it would have ruled out any chance of him being able to play in the friendly if he had gone back to Belgium and had to undergo those weeks of quarantine. So I mean I'm sad for the player though, man. To have to spend 2 days sleeping in an airport is not ideal, man. It is not ideal at all. Right? I wish Tyreek the best. I really do. I hope he can get over that. And I'm sorry for this particular situation that he has had to endure. That's sad. That when I saw that, I was like, whoa. But so guys, that's it. Finally, we have heard the real reason why Tyreek Magee is not in Japan. As I said, we keep on. I mean, the question was asked, where is Magee? What is taking place with Magee? Right? And it's like, no, nobody wanted to talk. Nobody wanted to talk. Right? JFF saying they don't know the reason why Magee is not in Japan. Really, JFF? Or so it was reported that the JFF was saying that they don't know the reason why Magee was not in Japan. But, I'm sorry that Tyreek had to go through this. I'm really sorry. And I really wanted to see what Tyreek would have displayed in Japan, man. I was looking forward. He and Ravel. Tyreek Magee rather, and Ravel Morrison. I really wanted to see them in Japan, man. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted Magee to start, but at least to come on for the last 25-30 minutes in the games and showcase what he could do and showcase the improvements that we have heard about in his game. So sad that it's another missed opportunity, man, for this particular young player. Right? Another missed opportunity for Jamaica. Right? So that's it, guys. That's the real reason why Magee was not in Japan. Bit of breaking news this morning coming by way of the Observer. Stay safe, guys. Take care, and until next time.